Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Yeah, sorry it's been a while again. I know I have this habit. I was trying to give my voice a rest because I got diagnosed recently with some vocal cord issues. So I'm gonna do what I can. It doesn't hurt, it's just messed up. So I will take all of your healing energy and prayers to heal my vocal cords because I kind of need those. But yeah, I'm going to sound like hoarse for probably a while, unfortunately. If you're curious what the issue is, it's a partial vocal cord paralysis, which is like, what? So yeah, that's what's wrong with me. I've been doing throat chakra healing. So anyways, so this is our topic for today: advice from spirit on your current issue or situation, whether you're going through an issue or not. I just wanted to, get some helpful advice and messages as well. And if we're lucky, we'll even get some predictions. Oh, and I forgot almost to say that there's a sale going on right now. I'm going to post it as I'm posting this. So all of the personal readings are going to be 20% off for the 4th of July sale. Okay, so probably should have led with that. And I'll say it again later because most people skip the intro. So we have here the 4 groups. Please only watch this if it calls to you. Otherwise, it may not resonate at this time. So here we have group number 1. This is green aventurine. Group 2 is orange calcite. Group 3 is howlite. And group 4 is hematite. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. You can pause. Again, please only watch this if it calls to you. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1. As I mentioned in the intro, because I had forgot to say it first, I'm doing a 4th of July sale for 20% off all of the personal tarot readings. The info is below if you'd like a personal reading, if you've been wanting one for a while. Now is probably the time to do it. So Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, green aventurine, please and thank you. Spirit, we'd like advice on their current issue or situation. I feel a little self-conscious about my hoarseness of my voice. Again, please send the positive vibes. Spirit, for group number 1, what is your first message for them? Thank you. So I do see plenty of prosperity developing right now, growing for you as you are moving forward as well. So so far, it looks like a really powerful, confident, positive energy. I would say that the advice is definitely to keep going, but also to have confidence within yourself, because that is kind of what I'm getting from the King of Wands. It does feel a little bit shaky, kind of like, should I keep moving forward? Should I believe in myself? Am I able to do this? So there could be some issues with like self-worthiness there and confidence. Yeah, I do feel also that getting into the advice now, it looks like there does need to be some kind of a cycle that needs to come to an end, for a lot of reasons. Let's see, Spirit. Now getting into the advice. What is the advice that you have for them on their current issue or situation? Okay, so group 1, yes, it is looking like this is really something that you have to kind of take up with yourself when it comes to fears and doubts, okay? So it does seem like you have everything within your potential and your capacity to move forward in a very bright and strong way. We have these first 2 cards to show that. Sorry, I had to back up the camera a little bit. So realistically, this trajectory, this energy stream that you're on right now is going in a positive direction. I think that the way it ends up in many ways is going to be also based off of where you take it, okay? So far so good. Although I will say for a lot of you, if you do struggle frequently with issues of like negative thoughts or your inner shadows or more severe fears, some of you, it could be a really severe imbalance that you struggle with. Like some of you, I don't know if it's like something with mental health, even something with like substances or addictions or bad habits, something like that. For some of you, that could be an issue. If that doesn't resonate for you, it might even be something in your situation, possibly with another person, because I am seeing that there could be two people here that you're dealing with. I mean, one additional person that you're dealing with. So whichever one resonates. So you're going to have to really, I feel, kind of cleanse this energy and really streamline this so that you have the best and optimal odds for success. I am seeing that you're going to be successful. There might be one specific goal that you're focusing on right now. There might be a whole entire path ahead of you. Again, I am seeing a positive trajectory, but you do have to keep your head above water here. You do have to, not to say you have to keep your eye on the prize or anything, but you do have to, I feel, stay relatively balanced and focused. And really, I would say, just try to enjoy this process. Try to enjoy the work that you're doing and really stay in the positive vibration and mindset on a regular basis as much as you can. Because the moment that this turns into a chore or a task that you have to do, just this goal that you have to do, and you kind of lose sight of the passion of it, you are probably going to see that this is going to flop a little bit, or you're going to just struggle to get back on track. So again, this is really connected to you and your energy, your mindsets, your mood, and your perspectives, as you can see here. So, because this is a reflection of you, this, whatever it is you're working on, this prosperity, this goal, it is very much connected to you and your growth, you as a person. Spirit, what else do we need to know? Advice for their current situation or issue, whatever it is that they're dealing with. So yeah, I mean, they said the same thing. There's wish fulfillment here. There is something that is going to come true or fulfill you in your soul, in your path, in your desires as well. That's not really advice, but I would say that the advice is more so to have faith, because a star card is a card of hope and faith, and kind of looking up at the sky and finding that light in the darkness. Okay, so always remember that. Okay, what else, please, do we need to know? So here we're looking at clarity, I feel. This is giving me the impression of someone who really has clear steps of what they want to do, very logical, very direct, straightforward, and also someone who's like speaking their truth as well, like maybe speaking their voice or speaking their truth. So I would say that you don't have to overthink anything here on your path. I think that you are going to have this natural flow about you because you've already done that. A lot of you are extremely intuitive, even if you don't recognize this. It's you may not call it intuition, but that is what this is. And I am feeling that you've been following it this whole time. It's just sometimes when things don't turn out immediately the way that we want them to, there is a pacing behind this. There is a divine alignment and timing behind this. So that is also something that Spirit is trying to get you to notice and, sort of just align with, I guess. Any other final messages, advice for their current situation, issue, or anything else? That's pretty much it. They are indicating here a lot of emotion, a lot of flow, love within your heart space for the vision itself. So this could be love in all different directions. Love for, maybe you're doing this to have a better life for yourself and a better situation and energy for yourself. You could be doing some things for other people as well. There's also a love and passion for what you're actually focusing on. Like I said, the vision itself, it fits with your soul, it aligns with you. So everything is here. Everything is already set for you. And I honestly think that it's all unfolding perfectly, but it may not always look like that. It's just a matter of allowing things to unfold, allowing Spirit to, do what it needs to do, the universe, your guides as well, and just following that and being okay with that, which honestly is like probably the hardest part, being that all of us just want that instant gratification sometimes, and also dealing with doubts. Okay, so if you can release any of those negative perspectives and all of the whatever it is, like any negative energies, you're going to be fine. You're going to be better than fine. There's going to be a strength that will come through from that. and continue to grow from that. So that is pretty much it, group one. I mean, this really was straight to the point. I don't think that this is an issue. I think that you are in this situation, you're in this current energy. And again, the only thing to watch out for is pretty much stuff that you kind of like get tangled up within your own head space. I'm not necessarily seeing any issues within the three-dimensional world holding you back or creating a blockage in any way. If you do see that at any point that can become a problem, then you may need to check with yourself, because this is attached to your own energy. So if you do notice like, okay, I'm feeling blocked today, I'm feeling doubtful today, and you're seeing it connecting to your outer world, release that energy and come right back into your center. That is where you are most powerful, is within your center and in your confidence. Let's just get a final card for them. Thank you. Yeah, just keep it balanced, peaceful. If you don't meditate, meditation is going to help so much. I have to take my own advice, and I started doing it for my throat chakra, actually. And it's really nice. It does help to keep us grounded and centered and connected. We need to stay connected to the higher powers and everything. Again, that's kind of like the light in the sky. So there's no further advice. You guys are doing really well, and just keep going forward. If you do need some further clarification on anything, you can check my other pick of cards. And again, as I said before, if you want a personal reading, they're on sale now for 4th of July, 20% off. The info is below. Okay, so thank you guys so very much. I hope this helped. And yeah, you can let me know below, and good luck with everything, okay? I will see you next time. Blessings. Bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is orange calcite. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you on your current issue or situation. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, please and thank you. As I mentioned in the intro, I'm having my 4th of July sale now. So all of the personal readings are 20% off. The link is below. I'll mention it again later if you want one. Spirit, what is your starting message, please, for group number 2? Thank you. Okay, so very interesting energy here. It definitely looks like you're envisioning this type of success and freedom, maybe like autonomy or sovereignty for yourself. And also there could be like a two-parter here. There also could be some type of like, I guess like peace or healing or harmony that you're also seeking. I don't know if that resonates yet. I mean, I am seeing a positive potential towards this. I'm not really seeing that you're going to be stopped if this is what you want. I feel like you're very headstrong and determined, and I think that if you just keep going, it is going to be successful. So let's get into this. Spirit, what is your advice for their current issue or situation? Thank you. Well, some of you are going to, okay, we have double confirmation here. A lot of you are going to probably benefit from pausing for just a moment. There is something going on here. They said with the 4 of Swords and the Hanged Man, you're just kind of hanging there. You're kind of just, I would say waiting a little bit. I don't really want to say waiting. It's more like you're just existing for a second because something else needs to come through, perhaps. And I'm not exactly sure what that could be. However, the one thing that I am sure of is that many of you already know within your intuition if you should stand still or not, okay? So the biggest and first advice for you guys is you have to carefully, very, very carefully follow your intuition on a day-to-day basis, like even on a moment-to-moment basis. There's going to be a lot of different decisions that you're going to need to make with regard to your situation, with regard to your success and everything. And it is really, really crucial at this point that you follow this intuitively rather than only logically. I mean, obviously you can use a mixture, but they're indicating that you do have a strong sense of feeling, right? So maybe some of you are even actually clairsentient, where you can feel out the situation. And that is a very powerful tool that you may not really always recognize because of how headstrong you are, because of how logical and practical you are. At least that's what I'm seeing for most of you. Now, I am seeing in the 9 of Pentacles and now in the 6 of Cups as well, there is a factor coming through here that may have to do with either a spirit guide or some other source or energy or person outside of you, okay? This is another reason why you may have to take a little bit of a pause, because this hasn't happened yet, or this hasn't come through yet. This, whether it's a person or entity or energy, it hasn't come through just yet, but it will. I'm getting Monday is significant. However, I don't know which Monday, because everyone has a different thing, right? Everyone has a different situation. I'm posting this on, oh my God, what day is it? Is it Thursday today? So if you are watching this when I'm posting it, this is a timeless reading though. Monday, this upcoming Monday may resonate with this situation, but if not, you don't have to make that fit. But that's what they said for a lot of you. And if not, then you'll see how it may roll into the next few weeks. Nothing too far out into the future though, so you don't have to wait too long for whatever this is. So when the time is right, you're going to expand and explore and take the next steps, okay? So with regard to the advice on this, there is no advice except only move forward when the time is right. And again, your guides are putting their fullest trust within you to be able to figure that out. They're indicating here that, like, they don't even have to tell you. They're indicating here that you're going to know. So there's really no easy answers to that. If you have practice using your intuition, if you've already done this before, then you probably have some ideas. I would say though, the toughest thing is probably distinguishing intuition from fear. If you don't know how to do that, you may need to take a little bit of time to work on that fear and to ground yourself, to work on the root chakra, to release this fear. That way, your intuition will at least have a little bit more space to exist, and also, you won't be confused as much. Okay, so Spirit, what do we need to know, please? What is the more advice on their current situation or issue? Thank you. Okay, so this could be, oh my gosh, where is it? This could be soon. This could be coming up soon. I heard April, or I'm assuming August. Again, this is a timeless reading, but in the near future, or even in the recent past, there could have been, or there will be, depending on your situation, someone or something that tried to control you and the situation. This is going to be tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is going to be tough to deal with because, for example, if this is a person you're dealing with, this could be at the height of this, at the most severe point. This could be a narcissist, okay? Or at least someone who's in a position of authority or like has a sense of superiority. If it's not a direct person, this could be a situation itself that's very rigid, that has a lot of rules and restrictions and, limitations and whatever. I don't think this is your energy, although some of you may identify with this energy, at least at times. The good news is if it is you that where this energy is coming from, you can begin to loosen this up right away, again, through whether it's like meditating or saying affirmations or just really working on relaxing your energy and being a bit easier on yourself, which is obviously not always easy to do. But the advice here, okay, notice how the Emperor is like kind of separated from your energy. Number one thing that just struck me now is you may want to immediately protect your energy before moving forward, even long before this happens, because I'm not sure when this is coming through, because actually I'm getting kind of like all over the board. It's different because everyone has such different and unique situations. First thing you want to do, even before this hits your radar, is protect your energy, because whatever this is or whoever this is, they're going to try to encroach upon your either free will or the situation itself. And that's not going to be good for you for obviously, a lot of reasons. So number one thing there, advice is protect your energy. I do have a video for that in my description boxes where I just talk about some tips as to how to do that. And as you protect your energy, you're also going to be detaching from possibly this person or situation or this energy itself, because if you're protected, you won't get entangled. This energy or this person or whatever's going on here has a tendency to kind of be like all the tentacles, like trying to engulf you and suck you into the negativity, but that does not have to happen. I should also say that does not have to happen again if obviously it's happened before. Okay, so that's something that I am seeing is coming up here. This is they gave me the vision of an iceberg too. This is someone or something that looks a bit, I'll say, maybe harmless on the surface, but there's way more beneath the surface that is either hidden from you, or I'm not trying to like say it's a threat exactly, because it's not a threat in a danger sense, but this is like something that can intimidate and therefore, kind of block you a little bit depending. Is there anything else about this specific card, please? Yeah, it's very controlling, whatever this is. Affirmations will work really well. This is, I feel, always a test of us being able to stand in our power. That's how I see it. Like, if there's anything or anyone that challenges our sense of power and self-authority and whatever, I always take it as a test of strength and confidence and saying like, no, I'm going to stand in my power and not be bullied. Obviously, again, that's not easy, but that is part of this path that we're on, like, of strengthening self and the soul. There will be success regardless, though. Outside of this, whatever's going on here, the thing of what I'm seeing, I'm not sure if it's like for you, this success energy, or if it's more for like something you're involved in, such as your entire career path, company, job, group you're part of, something like that. There is prosperity here. So either linked to you or you and some other person as well. And whatever the case is, I'm seeing it come through regardless. So I'm not worried about that at all for you. I think that if anything, it's more of you just needing to get through this, right? And this is the hard part. Like when we're in it, that's the hard part. And like every day can be a struggle if it's like a uncertain or tough, challenging, whatever, like that's the hard part. But I am seeing that you're going to get through this. I am seeing that you're going to come out shining, actually, and prosperous. So, I hope that that's a confirmation for you guys that just had some trouble believing that. Can we have any final messages or advice for their current issue or situation? Thank you. And please do let me know in the comments if that resonated, because that always interests me. Okay, some final advice here. It is going to be tough frequently, actually. There's going to be many times in the next several either weeks or months that it's going to feel like an up and down sort of a thing, whether it's like an up and down battle for some of you or an up and down sort of like shift and changing, and it's kind of like, where is the stability? Trust me, I understand because I did. If you watch the intro and you hear how I sound different, I did not see a vocal cord injury coming. I did not see that coming at all. In fact, I was like claiming the peaceful energy, like, yes, from now on, blah, 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 blah. But like these things happen and we just have to come back to center no matter what's going on. This makes sense. This year, if you're watching when I'm posting, it's been a tough year. It's been non-stop transformation, challenges, learning, healing. It's a lot. It's not for the faint of heart. This is real. This is the soul's journey, the soul's path, and we are all in this together. So please, for your sanity, do anything that you can on a regular basis to stay grounded. And I tell you from experience. So again, meditating, working with nature, your guides, regular self-care, like, physical health, sleep, exercise, all this stuff makes a huge difference. Okay, so please do not give yourself the excuses of like not taking care of you, because that is how you're going to get through this whole thing. You are supported. You are supported by your guides. You are supported by the universe, especially in getting your prosperity, your coins, your success, whatever that is. Okay, so your final message here, we have High Priestess, we have the 5 of Pentacles. This is a subconscious energy. I don't know if a lot of you are struggling with this, but this could be something within your subconscious that tends to take from you. So whether it's like, I don't know if it's like attachment problems, feeling left out in the cold, like having these subconscious or inner child issues. I was hoping to do an inner child healing meditation that I can put out, but since my voice is messed up, I think I could do like written, and then you guys can read through it maybe. I'll want to do that soon, but in any event, there's plenty of other like self-hypnosis tracks. Michael Seeley's channel is really good, for example. But I think that there is something possibly in the subconscious that is taking from you on a regular basis. It's draining you. So I would highly recommend looking at your 7 chakras, getting into that learning if you don't know anything about it, and just looking up the symptoms of imbalanced and blocked chakras. I do have a video for that as well if you want some like tips on how to get started and resources. Other than that, you're good. You're good to go. It's just a matter of making sure that the rest of this journey for you is not so, you know, difficult. You can make this easier for yourself for sure by taking some of these steps, I feel. So group 2, I'm not sure if this resonated exactly. I hope that it did. Please do let me know, because this was very interesting. And if you want a personal reading, they're on sale, like I mentioned, for 4th of July, limited time. They're 20% off, for now, and the link is below. So thank you guys so much. Again, I hope that this was helpful. Good luck with everything, and I will see you next time, okay? Blessings. Bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is the howlite. So let's take a look here. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Please and thank you. Spirit, what is your starting message, please, for group number 3? I mentioned in the intro that I'm having a 4th of July sale right now for 20% off the personal tarot readings. If you want to check that out, the link is below. Spirit, what is the first message, please? Group 3, howlite. Okay, so group 3, it does look like you're currently moving on from something, or you will be soon. So, I guess the advice that I'm feeling for you guys, I mean, it's kind of already done, you know, like whether you've already moved on, you're planning to move on, or your intention is creeping up on you saying you will have to move on. There's really not a lot of advice here. I'll get more about the situation, of course, but whatever this is, you know, it could be a situation, it could be from a connection, it could be a mindset. There's something here, and it's basically telling us that it's time. It is time to move on. Spirit, can you tell us advice now? Advice and messages on their current issue or situation, and just anything they need to know. Well, the good news is that you're not just moving on from something that didn't serve you, you're moving towards something that will. Okay, here with the 6 of Wands, you will very clearly be victorious and have a higher energy too. There's like a sense of elevation that's coming from this. So you can know and feel validated and confirm that that is where you're heading, just in case you weren't sure. Although I think 95% of you or so know that it's going to be better for you once you do this. I obviously wish I knew a little bit of context of what you're moving on from, but again, it's kind of hard to say. Spirit, what else do they need to hear, please? Thank you. This is probably talking about maybe timing, okay? Because the 4 of Swords always makes me just think of pause, you know, taking a little bit of rest. But also I think that it could be taking the time to meditate on things and to contemplate things, you know, just so that you can feel sure of yourself. And sometimes we cannot take action right away. Sometimes it just feels wrong to do that, in fact. I'm getting a very watery vibe from you guys, you know, something kind of like Queen of Cups-ish with that 6 of Swords. And for that reason, I am going to say that you do have to go with the flow, not only of your own intuition, but of everything. I think that you're really closely connected to the energetic flow of this whole entire situation, to the point where you are able to kind of intuitively feel the pull of the whole sort of spiritual path and journey and even mission. Like you're very much aware of all of this on some more psychic level. It's almost like you can see the web, you know, like the gears turning. That's actually a very powerful psychic insight. So with the 4 of Swords, just make sure that you feel good about the steps you're taking and when. Make sure that you're constantly tuning in to make sure that, you know, again, things feel right. And just so that you can give yourself a sense of self-reflection and growth. Like, I'm seeing a lot of clarity coming to you within the next few days even, and all you really needed to do was give yourself that opportunity to feel that clarity or to let it come to surface, you know? Now, when the time is right, I am seeing you manifest and take focus and take charge of something in a very powerful way. Again, there's really not a lot of advice that is needed here, because this is just something that you're going to do. This is something, of course, that you've already achieved in doing. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any advice, but they're just like, yep, you got this, you're doing it. And stand tall and believe in yourself when it comes to this, when it comes to your ability to lead your life, your ability to make changes. I'm seeing maybe there's a little bit of a piece of advice regarding your ability to channel, like, so for example, if you're doing something that requires, I guess, like creative inspiration, not only like with whatever, like writing, drawing, this and that, creativity in all ways, when it comes to ideas, new ideas, innovation, it could be something with your, like something like with a business or a career or a proposal or something like that. They're indicating that you're able to channel in that way as well. And it's going to be necessary to, in fact. I think that you as this magician, you are acting as the conduit, and in any way, shape, or form that you're able to utilize your psychic or spiritual gifts, it is now the time to do that, I think, is the advice. So try not to be afraid to do that. Is there anything else that they need to know about this, please? So for some of you, there even could be some element of you coming back to something. Because this card has already passed, and now here, it kind of looks like you're coming back around. You're even wearing the same color and holding a similar staff. Right? So it looks like you're coming full circle, actually. But you're going to find that this time around, this go around, you're a completely different person. You're in a totally different energy. You're in a much higher vibration, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the elevation from what it was previously. There's a lot more clarity. There's a lot more structure. There's a lot more power. There's even a lot more focus that was a result of clarity itself. So you are this person, and you were meant to get to this point. And although I'm not seeing the Hanged Man here, I'm feeling that a big piece of advice is that a lot of you just kind of have to let this happen, meaning let everything fall off that was burdening you, that was holding you down. Let yourself stand tall in your truth, in your growth. Let yourself fall into almost like the jigsaw puzzle. There's like perfect puzzle pieces that are falling into place when it comes to the whole bigger picture of your life and how you fit into the whole grand scheme of things as well. And I'm also seeing now, they said something about you even being a key to something, a key to growth, a key to opening something up in a lot of ways. So for example, this could have been, just as one example, you being a key to someone else's growth or unblocking themselves, or like the bigger picture. You're a very important player in this, I guess if you could call it a game, or like in the journey, in the path. You've influenced a lot of people. You're going to influence a lot more. This is big news here. I didn't expect this type of message to come through in a reading like this, but that is what I'm seeing. You may want to watch some of my other pick of cards. I have ones for like, what are your psychic abilities? What is on your path? Stuff like that. Just leaf through the past videos. A lot of them are timeless. And see which one calls to you, because there's definitely more to this. This is a very, very powerful energy and card. Any other final messages of advice, or just messages about their current issue or situation in general? What do they need to know? Thank you. Just keep going. I mean, there was not much to say here, because everything is already said and done. You just, again, have to allow this. And it's really funny that, sometimes that's all we have to do, is just allow something. I think that sometimes when we don't, that's when we interfere with what is meant to be, Excuse me, I was just sneezing a little bit. Yeah, with the Chariot, just keep going. And, they also said something too. They said for a lot of you, I don't know if it's like for the whole thing or parts of it, but they said it is already written. So again, that's kind of like an ominous message, but it is talking about, your destiny, your path, your whatever you want to call it. Like, that's a powerful statement. So definitely I would recommend the past videos I did. I think it was what is written in your destiny, literally. So you can check that out. But that's all they have for you. This is just such a straightforward thing because it's like already here. Yeah. I do feel, and fingers crossed, because I know it's been a tough year, but I do feel that the worst is over, or at least it's going to be over soon, where I always like hear this phrase in my head, the pain is almost over. I don't know. Like I've been hearing that for a while, actually. But I believe that, and I feel like that is coming where it can only we can only take so much, right? Energetically speaking, I think that it can only go so far. So I am sensing, at least for you guys in this context, it is showing that that particular painful or struggle or whatever energy is going to be coming to an end. You just have to let it, you just have to keep going forward. All right, so that is what I am seeing for you guys. Kind of like short and sweet, but I hope that it was helpful, and I do hope that it resonated. Again, if you want a personal reading, it's limited time. There's a 4th of July sale for 20% off the personal readings. The link is below. Thank you guys so very much, and good luck with everything, okay? And I will see you next time. Blessings. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the hematite. So let's just see what Spirit has for you, any advice or messages for your current situation or issue. Spirit, this reading is for group 4, please and thank you. Can we have a starting message as to their situation, just anything that they need to hear first? Thank you. Okay, group 4, you got the same starting card as group 3. I feel that is significant and worthy to mention, okay? I'm not saying that you have to watch that, but it's interesting to me. What about this, though? How is this unique to group 4? And this means you're moving on from something. Now, here's where it's different, group 4. You've been thinking about it, okay? So if you were drawn to group 3, that could indicate that you've already done it. But if not, that's okay. Let's separate that for a second and focus on this. So King of Swords, you've been in your head about this, or you will be, okay? Some of you, if you feel weird, if you feel off, if you feel like something has just been not settled, it's because of this. I can tell you right now, it's because of this. This is your intuition climbing and trying to get through to the surface level, to your conscious mind, to tell you something needs to go. Something needs to drop off or be released or be walked away from or changed, shifted. I don't know what it is, though. Only you will know that. I mean, you will definitely know that if you don't already. Spirit, what is your advice for them and their current situation or issue? This is not going to be easy, as change rarely is. This is something perhaps that you've been fighting yourself on for a while. But this urge to change and this intuition towards what's right for you and your soul is just as strong, though. It's stronger because obviously it's still here. It's not going away. You cannot stuff this down. You cannot ignore this at all. Okay, so I didn't want to take those because there were 2 at a time. Let's just get 1 at a time, please. And here's why. There is something here that you've been chained to. There is something here that has been a result of some kind of inner shadow pattern, some type of negativity. You know, a lot of it could usually stem from childhood traumas and things like that. Or otherwise some other subconscious issues, okay? I am seeing that you're chained to something that is not healthy for you, or someone, I don't really know, but it is something that is not serving you. It is something that is keeping you captive and imprisoned. Obviously, that's not good for you. You probably can't even breathe sometimes because of the situation or energy. And, you know, some of you, I don't know how many of you, but it feels like you're just kind of waiting for the green light from Spirit. And you're like, the second that comes through, I'm taking it. Because I kind of felt that with the hand gesture of the devil himself. Kind of interesting. Yeah. I think there could be a lot of you that are at a standstill, though, for either reasons of, like, you feel intuitively it's not the right time, or, like, you might have thought about it a little bit too much to the point where you feel paralyzed. Even I feel stuck. Like right now, I feel kind of stuck. I feel like I'm unable to really budge here. So therefore, let's take action. Spirit, what do we need to know? Sometimes action does help to push us in the right direction, you know, or at least get out of a stuck energy. Okay, so here we have the Queen of Pentacles. What is the advice, Spirit? Thank you. So some of you, you might be sort of juggling the idea of being freed, being, some of you that can mean like being independent, being on your own, being separate, being detached. Some of you, it's also something having to do with your finances and environment as well, or perhaps with your career aspect, right? So what is the advice, please? Okay, so I think a big part of your reading so far is all about the readiness of your mind, your mental space, because this Four of Wands is indicating as advice that you have to know mentally or figure out where you belong. Where is home, kind of, right? What feels safe? What feels right? I am guessing that's the only way that you're going to be able to figure this out with the sense of truth, like on your radar kind of a thing, is this card. Like what feels right, what feels like home and truth and a place of belonging. That may take some time though. Take your time. Take as much time as you need to figure that out. You have to make sure that you feel right about this, because if you don't, you're going to be like kind of in the same position. If you want to move this along though, what you can do is you can ponder on this and reflect on this and kind of like get those gears turning. This is still going to be stuck in the 3D for a little while, but once this settles into like balance, I guess, like the internal feeling and the energies within yourself and your mindset, that's when you're going to see a change in the outer world. So you have to be ready. Spirit, what is the advice, please? Thank you. Okay, we have a few, okay, we had a few cards coming through. We have some paralysis at the bottom. Let's see what else here. Okay. So for this one, they had a very specific message. The Justice card, again, is speaking about some type of balance, but also, I would say, some type of like literal justice, maybe something karmic, maybe something having to do with making something right in some way. Now, with the Page of Cups, perhaps that is alluding to something within the inner child, could be your childhood, something that could have been like, for just one example, it could have been like a childhood dream or a childhood sense of freedom or a childhood sense of joy, but then it became stuck for a lot of reasons. The Justice card is here to kind of like call a healing towards that, like mending that in some way. Now, the Justice card also struck me as the word forgiveness. I don't know if some of you are blocked because of something like that within your heart space. Whether you've already healed this or not, they are recommending that you do some specific, I guess, like reprogramming and healing within this area, okay? Because it's going to make a difference. So this affirmation might not resonate with you right now, but they said something to the effect of, I forgive my inner child, or something like that. It could be something that happened during that time. Now, those are just words. I think at this point it's just words, but they wanted you to hear that. They wanted you to think about that. They wanted you to really understand, like, am I still paralyzed because of something, you know, in that, I guess, that energy framework. And all they wanted you to do was be aware of it. And then once you are aware of it, it's going to set this in motion, and look at what happens. This is childlike joy. This is the childlike happiness and freedom. So whatever it is that you end up doing for yourself with regard to this balance, it's going to work, and it's going to get you in flow and in motion again. Anything else about their advice of their current issue or situation? It's okay to move slowly at first. In fact, I think what's going to happen here is, like, just as an example, if you take 8 slow steps, on the 10th step, all of a sudden you're going to be like booming forward, like with all of this passion and speed that you just didn't anticipate. So it's going to catch you off guard. So even if you take one tiny step, this is really going to make all of the difference in the world. In fact, you can't do anything without that first small step. You are being guided. The divine is really looking out for you in a way where They believe in you, and they're trying to show you something. They're trying to support you. They've always been trying to do that. And they haven't given up, and they won't give up. It's just a matter of maybe you aligning with this. There has been a lot of uncertainty. There has been a lot of confusing messages and confusing, I think, like, confusion in general with regard to the spiritual realm, even your abilities, maybe signs that you think you're getting or not getting. Like, there's just a lot of confusion, but this will clear up soon. Very, very soon, it's going to clear up. Oh my gosh. See, this is, again, this is the same exact card. But this time I'm seeing you move towards something, okay? I'm seeing you move towards, like, either a feeling or a situation or a place. Can we clarify the Page of Wands, please? See the difference? We have the Ten of Wands, that heaviness, and then we have the Knight of Wands, which is like a complete energy shift. It's like blasting through all of those heavy wands and just being free. Like, I literally saw, like, this person riding towards, like, the sun, like riding the horse with that energy of, like, fire and excitement and most of all freedom, like a weightlessness. Okay. Any other final messages of advice or guidance for their current issue or situation, please? Thank you. You do have to make sure, though, that you're staying in your high vibration and in a, how can I put this? Like, you have to stay in an energy of freedom, because right now, burden and paralysis is what is working against you and is going to keep you stuck. So I'm trying to figure out, as I'm talking, how you can do this. Any way that you can free your mind, body, or spirit is advised. So if it's physical, do something that makes you feel freed, like whether it's like going for a run or bike riding or dancing or going out into nature, going out into, like, elevated spaces to see the horizon, like anything at all in that way. If it's mental, well, that's tougher, right? You have to, like, really be mindful of thoughts that are making you feel captive or weighed down. Free your thoughts, free your mind. And if it is something spiritual, maybe connect with your higher powers, maybe just simply do meditating, anything at all to free you. And that's what's going to put you in this elevated vibration. You're going to need this. You're going to need this the entire way. So any way that you can start that is advised right now. Oh my God. And finally, here we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? You are reaching towards, you know, this this success, or this, like, this feels more than just like success. Like, usually I look at this and I think of, like, kind of like career success, let's say, for example, or something tangible. But here I'm feeling this is elation. This is something really, really blessed. And it does feel like a high a bit here. You know, just like, just pure happiness in some way. I'm not sure what this is. I know, well, I'm guessing that you guys have a little bit of an idea of what this could be. So let's see. I feel like to be continued here, right? There's a little preview, but that is where you're heading. And I think that the joy associated with this feeling is actually going to be what motivates you at all, like, to move towards it. It's the pure joy, the knowing that you can feel joyous, and even more than joy. Really, there's no word for this. I mean, it feels like freedom, and I mean, again, I really don't have a word, but it's the only thing I can say is, like, it reminds me of when I go into my chi high, like, and it's just like an abundance of energy and elation. So I think that you just knowing this is possible is going to be what motivates you to move towards it, if that makes sense. Can we have a final message for them? Wowza, look at that. Amazing. 10 of Pentacles. So you have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace, the Page, now the 10. This is completion. This was your final card, and that was perfect timing. 10 of Pentacles, this is completion. This is success. This is that harmony. This is that feeling of home and security. I love this. and you're definitely going to get there. It is going to be so worth it. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with, oh my God, it's going to be infinitely worth it. Like that's awesome. Okay, so I have nothing left to say. So group number 4, I guess I'll leave it there. I don't know what I was looking at here, so please let me know below if this resonated. Again, I hope that it was helpful. And if you do want a personal reading, they're on sale now for 4th of July for a limited time for 20% off. I'll leave the link below. Thank you guys so very much. Sending you blessings and good luck with everything, okay? And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.